I'm fine, yeah. I'm getting money, yeah, I'm fine. If I call you bro, you better ride out. Just tell me what's the word and we gon' slide on, guys. Me and bros keep no sleep. Don't approach me if you ain't got no love for me. I ain't got no friends on my like blood to me. Treat my whole just like brothers. If I call you my brother, then we gon' ride. I love you forever, my guy for life. You know it's whatever, if you fight, I fight. Tell me what's the word and we gon' slide on, guys.
It's the Timberwolves, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. Celtics make a quick stop here in front of their Boston fans just one game before heading back out. And, of course, Marvin Bagley. This is their first game without him.
Yeah, no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. But trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
Greg, here we are watching Claxton. Who does he remind you of?
You know, Kevin, defensively, he looks a lot like AD out there. Similar builds, and Claxton can also handle the ball a little bit. Just want to see if this guy can develop an ability to play facing up to the basket.
You know, with all the talent in these two backcourts, Doris, this should be a very exciting matchup.
And, you know, Kev, it feels like we could say that for most matchups these days, right? The league is so heavily laden with talent at the guard position. I feel spoiled.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
Now, here's Mitchell. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Battier with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter, just over a minute played. Outside Anthony. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And the closer he gets to the hoop, the more effortless it looks for Anthony, a smooth shooter.
Screen by Gafford. And here's Mitchell from the arc. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Back to McCollum. To the inside. White. And the rejection by Gafford. Inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Marcus Smart does a little bit of everything. You love to see him sharing the rock.
And it's McCollum in the corner. There's the pick from downtown. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Well, here we are talking about Timberwolves greats. One player standing out to me, and Doris, I know to you. That's Kevin Garnett.
I don't think there is any debate that KG is #1. He is Minnesota's all-time leader in points, assists, rebounds, steals, and blocks. My goodness, what a career. Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Back to White. Out to Battier. The Celtics working the ball around now. 4 on the clock. Here's Claxton. O'Neal with the defensive effort.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
And I'll tell you, this is something you never like to see.
No, obviously something that, every player fears. The NBA has made player safety a priority, but injuries continue to happen.
Here's Mitchell. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
What you love about Donovan Mitchell is he's already proven that in the playoffs he is willing to be a go-to scorer. He's committed to improving his game. He's got to continue to work at the defensive end of the floor.
And Mitchell drops them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
White left side. Here's Claxton, and he dumps it down.
That will help your assist numbers if you're Derek White. You can't miss that guy.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Mitchell with the bounce pass. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Strength, athleticism, Donovan Mitchell in the paint, quite comfortable, folks.
Anthony on the wing. They set the pick. And it's Kirilenko with the rebound. The Timberwolves have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. So both teams changing it up here. Timberwolves trail. 58 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Over in the corner, Kirilenko. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Kirilenko's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell showing off that great vision.
Down low, Claxton. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Stolen by Beverly. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Poked away. To the paint. Out to Battier. Outside Anthony. Shot clock at 5. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Now Mitchell. He's got 5. Tie game in Boston. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
10. The Timberwolves. 10.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And it's time for an injury report. Now the Hall of Famer David Aldridge will join us. He has an update for us on Daniel Gafford. What's the news, David?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer of the Timberwolves gave us some information. Now, he told me that it's a knee sprain. It's definitely painful, but it's fortunate it wasn't worse. He's definitely out for the rest of tonight, and he'll probably need some recovery time beyond that. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Appreciate the update. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game. There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And now, the first timeout called here for Boston. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Credit where credit is due. P.J. Washington is one hard-working guy on the floor. Isn't he, Greg?
He's got that grittiness to him, Kevin. Values every chance he gets to affect the game. And like you said, he puts a ton of effort into his play.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Spencer Dinwiddie has talked about buying into his role. He says you have to have confidence that's borderline irrational, but a perspective that's very realistic. You've got to know who you are. Kevin, he adds that he's not attempting to be a Mount Rushmore type guy, but a talented player who can help a winning team.
That's a good perspective, David. Thanks for the story. And a wide open look for McCollum. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
There are many ways to build a team, as we know, Doris. Do you prefer building around a star or a more team-based approach?
I think, Kevin, what we have learned unequivocally is that it is not just about collecting talent. Certainly, you need star players to win in the NBA. But so much of this is about how do the pieces fit around. There is a reason it is a team sport, Kevin. Don't overlook the role players around those stars.
Minnesota with the ball, following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. Pass to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Ooh, the double clutch. And it's good on the way in. Mitchell's got the lead up to 4 now for Minnesota.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
And here is Mitchell, following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Johnson outside. Pass to Black. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Carter outside. Lets the 3 fly. Minnesota with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Black. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And it's Mitchell missing. Celtics trailed by 4. Anthony on the wing. Back to McCollum. The tray. It's rebounded by Gasol.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
They get it back. Pass to Black. Here's Mitchell. Here's Black. Second chance shot. Carter pulls it in. And the Celtics with possession here. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Timberwolves. They lead by 4. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Royce O'Neal, Marcus Smart. Timeout, Celtics. Celtics take the game, and everyone, come on, make some noise.
Mitchell with it. 11 points in the game. It's hauled in by Claxton.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Anthony taking his time here. Stolen by Mitchell. Pass to O'Neal. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. The Timberwolves on top, up 4. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Outside, Smart. Over McCollum. Smart misses.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Entering the league as a defensive stopper and a hustle guy, Greg, Marcus Smart has really rounded out his game.
And Kevin, he's put in the work. Retooled his shooting mechanics, playmaking style, but what's been most consistent, he still steps up in the biggest moments on both sides of the ball.
And it's sent back by White.
That's anticipation on the defensive end by Derek White. Send it back, young sir.
Now here's McCollum. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And here's McCollum. 7 points in the game.
Look, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Here's Mitchell. 11 points in the game. They set the pick. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Mitchell right side. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Kirilenko. Drills it from outside. Kirilenko's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Outside, White. Back to Anthony. Takes a 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Anthony's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
It's Kirilenko on the wing. Mitchell outside. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
There's a measure of composure with Donovan Mitchell, just so calm and focused, understanding how to manipulate the pick and roll.
Here's the screen. Anthony drives in. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here's Mitchell after the basket by Boston.
It can be an overlooked aspect of his game, but Donovan Mitchell excellent at getting to the free throw line. That's because of the pressure he can put on your defense.
He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year, 88% from the line.
Now here's Anthony. 7 points in the game. Drives to the hoop. McCollum right side. Anthony down low. Timeout called, the Celtics. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
So both teams making some changes here.
Make some noise.
Six to shoot. From the baseline. And too long on the shot. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. A 2-point game. They'll take on the Thunder at Paycom Center after this one. And I'm sure they're anxious to get back home, as that will be game 6 of this 7-game road trip. Now, here's Washington. Klopp's in the layup for 2. Washington's got the lead up to 4 now for the Timberwolves.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
To the middle. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
I know Anthony is more of a shoot-first guy, but that was a terrific find for the finish.
To the right side. Here's Black. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here is Carter. Offensive rebound. Out to Anthony. There's the triple. Doesn't go for him. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Pass to Washington. Johnson the screen. No good that time. Some solid defense from Battier. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Battier's shot. Good.
And that's leadership right there. Anthony wanting to work the rock over to an open teammate.
There's a screen by Washington. We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Timberwolves lead by 2. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming.
32.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. Boston trailing. Now McCollum. They set the screen to the paint. Here's Claxton. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
Oh, it got ugly there for a stretch. Nothing was working, but they've come back and have a chance to seal the deal.
5 on the clock. To the wing right side. Here's Washington. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
They could retake the lead after trailing for a while.
Nice work to hang around and just give yourself a chance. Put yourself in position.
They now take the lead. And now a 3-point Celtic lead.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
Over to the wing. Black. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Claxton. Here's McCollum. Fires the three. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. The drive by Mitchell. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Boy, right from the opening tip, guys, Mitchell was focused and locked in, and he is doing damage offensively.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Here's White. Celtics passing it around. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Pass to McCollum. It's White on the wing. There's the screen. And Derek White picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
Now a timeout called by Boston. The Celtics making a switch here. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Joe Mazzulla was going over with his team. Now he wants his team to stop playing it safe. He said, we've got this lead by doing what we do. We can keep it if we don't get too cautious. Play our game. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. Here's Kirilenko. No good on the three.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Down low. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Mitchell with it. Pass to Smart. O'Neal wide open. Good. Nothing but net. O'Neal's got his first points of the night.
Well, it's just outstanding distribution from Marcus Smart, keeping his eyes peeled in order to find his guys in their spots.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here we felt it. Outside, Smart. At the elbow, Kirilenko. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 10-point for Andre Kirilenko.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talked about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Anthony's shot is off. Timberwolves trailed by 4. Johnson wide open. He fires. And a miss there on the triple.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Now here's Anthony. Pass to Claxton. Up again. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Right side, Smart. Now O'Neal. Johnson with it. Covered by Anthony. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And the foul on Andre Kirilenko. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
And here's McCollum.